You. I know you're not 18. Leave. Now. Otherwise, enjoy the video.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Good? I hope so. Today I bring to you the Palworld Fandom. But before that, I thought maybe it would be nice to take a look at some fan art for the first time in a little bit. Fan art for you. Basically, he's wondering that he needs the Holy Bible or Holy Water to probably stop inappropriate things. I need both, but I won't get them, because if I do, then Kage will no longer exist. He encapsulates all of the evil in the world. Then we have this little thing. Hey, sorry. Then you have this little thing. I kind of got like the garnet head going on. It's kind of peak though. I like it. Hey, all the fan art. I do try and look at all of the fan art. Sometimes I do miss some, but as I said, I do try my best. I see all the mentions you guys do as well. Like someone's been mentioning me in a lot of comment sections of videos, and that's perfectly fine. You guys are free to do that. Someone asked me if they're allowed to actually give suggestions. Please suggest away. Don't ask if you can give suggestions. Just give me a suggestion. You don't need my permission to leave a suggestion in the comment section or just at me for it. But with all the fan art being looked at, and of course I love all the fan art. Thank you guys. I'm genuinely so happy that you guys would like to, draw me and whatnot. Like, it really does make me feel absolutely incredible. And I'm glad that you enjoy the videos. So sit back and enjoy, because today we have the Palworld Fandom. So as I was saying, this is Sekhmet. Sekhmet is the poster face of the poster character of like the Rule 34 side of Palworld. She is sexualized so much. I even seen TikTok videos, because obviously I go to TikTok first before going to DeviantArt. I saw a little bit of TikTok videos of them just going like, pals, it's not illegal to do pals or something like that, and then they've got Sekhmet like in the camera and stuff like that. They also have like the Joker gif where it's like, I'm sorry, Batman, forgive me. So yeah, it's wild how freaked out this fandom is. I can understand the appeal, because, at least it's human-like. At least it's not like, fucking feral, like a cat or a wolf on like 4 legs. It does have some human elements. It is crazy, though, how everything nowadays needs to be sexualized. And I say needs because it's like, even if the thing doesn't have any sexual value, someone will add sexual value to it, because just why not? We've seen a lot of those images where it's just like, I did this because of why not? Why not do this? So it does seem like that everything has to be sexualized. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think that's a bad thing when it comes to platforms like TikTok and DeviantArt, because a lot of young people are using these platforms and they're seeing people sexualize these characters and do art to these characters and whatnot. And then what are they going to turn around and do? They're going to think that sexualizing characters isn't as big a deal as I believe it should be. I think, sexualizing characters is quite a big deal. But then you've got really young people growing up and, using the internet and whatnot, seeing arts like these, seeing videos like, it's not illegal to do a pal, or, to partake in sexual relations with a pal. And what are they going to do? They are then going to start doing art, or, maybe even gooding to the character. And that's not what we want. You know what I mean? That's not what we want. It doesn't take a lot for a child to get addicted to stuff. I would know. You know what I'm trying to say? So this sort of stuff, I don't agree with. If it was on a platform, especially since it is just straight nude, if it wasn't nude, then maybe I could call into, maybe I could reach into my bag of tricks up here and pull out a reason for maybe why they did it. But why they uploaded just straight Palworld nudity pornographic art? I'm seeing female Pikachu over here. I'm seeing the character my older brother was talking about, the Animal Crossing character. I'm seeing Glaceon. Like, it seems like this person just enjoys animal sex. Why did they upload it onto DeviantArt? I mean, it is, like, the Glaceon one is literally just penis in Glaceon. So that one, why is that on here and not on an actual pornographic platform? You know what I mean? I don't understand why these people post such art like this on here. Is it because it's just bigger and it has a bigger audience a bigger audience on here than on the R34 platforms? But like, that's not even necessarily true, because I've seen a lot of those TikToks just, being like, oh yes, We pinky up. Oh yes, I like Sekhmet Rule 34. And it's just weird. It's just weird. Now we have a femboy. This is a character I also saw. This is a character I saw alongside Sekhmet quite a bit in like the TikTok videos. It's still weird nonetheless. You are just sexualizing an animal character. Like I said, I can understand sort of the appeal, and I'm glad it's not like just straight four-legged animals or whatnot. But just because they're, human-like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's okay. And again, I'm of the belief of stuff like this would be okay on its own appropriate separate platform. This is just, femboy penis in the cam. You know what I mean? Like, you could have uploaded this anywhere else. Well, not anywhere else. You could have uploaded this on platforms for 18 plus, and I wouldn't be able to say anything, and I wouldn't say anything because it's on its appropriate platform. But when people just generate or draw straight nudity, or because fetish art, I can sort of understand why it's on DeviantArt. It's fetish. It's not necessarily straight nudity. No, flashing the boobies. God, femboy penis shaking all up in the cam. There's not nudity, so I can understand why it would be here. But stuff like this, where it's just straight nudity, sexualizing the characters, supposed to be making what seems to be pornographic content of this character, why is it on DeviantArt? You know what I mean? Why is it on DeviantArt? And again, they could make it so, I've seen a lot of those things where it's like you have to watch them first or do a certain thing to see the image. I don't know why they don't do that either. It's like they are just trying to spread pornography onto DeviantArt, and DeviantArt is a 13 plus platform. A lot of people used to say, "Oh God, who the hell lied to you, bro? It's not 13." Yes, it is. DeviantArt themselves have said they are a 13 plus platform. So to have stuff like this, just free willy-nilly right there is wild in my opinion. Let's move on. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say. It's just weird. Yeah, let's move on. Oh, actually, maybe it is a fetish because I'm looking at the right and I'm only seeing like femboys. That's all I'm seeing. So maybe it is a fetish, but that's kind of just a separate point that I kind of thought of while just thinking. So we have Vor. Fave pals for Vor. Weird. You're using animals for your Vor, and it does seem like they are attracted to animal characters, because when I look at the right, I am seeing more Vor of characters, more Vor of animals. Is that even like furry gotcha Vor? Come on, man. It is just weird, isn't it? You are taking an animal character and using them for your fetish. That's something I'll never be able to agree with. I mean, then again, if you were to come to me and were like, Kage, I'm into, furry Vor, I wouldn't, start throwing rocks at you and, fucking spitting on you. Get away from me, swine. But, I'm not going to sit there and pretend like it doesn't weird me out a little bit. You did, again, I have said in the past, and I'll say it again, I guess, if you make Vor or fetish art of your own characters, of your OCs, I can respect it much more than you taking already existing characters and using them for your Vor. It's not that I don't agree with you taking other characters for Vor, it's just that it does feel like it's just supposed to be sexual fetish material, I believe. Like, I guess there can be, because Vor and fetish material, fetish concepts, or concepts that are fetishized, they can be used to create an actually decent story. They can be used to create a story. And that's the only time I'd agree with fetish content being on platforms like YouTube or DeviantArt or TikTok. Whereas when it's just, Vor like this, just my two favorite characters eating other pals, and then on the right I look and I see there is more Vor of animals. It's kind of hard to say that this isn't supposed to be sexual. It does seem like this is supposed to be sexual. Belly, Vor, Safe, Big Belly, Chillet, Palworld, Quivern. I'm going to go back and see if I can read any of the other ones. I'm going to go back and see the other tags on the other ones, because that's something I didn't look at, so just come with me. So this one is for the femboy. Furry, anthro, AI, bra, bulge, dupin, femboy, girly, pal, thong, AI art, Palworld. And this one's for the segment one. Fan art, furry, anthro, adult, furry, anthro, furry art, furry, female, cat, girl, AI art, da AI art, and segment Palworld. Bloop. I just thought I'd go back and read them, because that's what I usually do, but I didn't do that this time. Pardon me. Yeah, it is just weird. You are, again, using animal characters for your fetish material. It does seem like they have an attraction just to the idea of furries in general. Again, I look at the right and I see furries. Then taking them and doing this with them on DeviantArt, it's just not the best look in the world. But let's move on. This fandom is so freaked out, it is wild. It's wild. I'm not joking. I typed in Palworld, and these images were the ones that came up first. So this is a pregnant pal. Bread Daydream. So we have this character here, and he kind of likes what he sees. He's joking. Still, again, it's weird. It seems they have a pregnancy fetish. I'm looking over at the right. There is more pregnant furries. That's just well weird. That is very, very, very weird. To take a Palworld character, or just to take animal characters in general, and then make them pregnant. That is a wild fetish. Especially since all of them feature full nudity. Again, why is it on here and not on, Twitter, R34 images? Why is it here? Again, I don't necessarily hate this art. It's just where it is. Who can be exposed to it? You know what I mean? Young people can see this and be like, wow, pregnant furries, fat furries, furries with fucking enlarged stomachs. Wow, I like that. And that isn't, someone getting into something isn't weird. It's just when a child, gets into a sexual theme. Like pregnancy, especially in the way pregnancy is sexualized here. They do seem that they've fetishized pregnancy, because a fetish is just making something sexual that isn't sexual. Pregnancy isn't, sexual. At least not to me. Pregnancy isn't sexual. So that would class as a fetish, right? I believe. I forget that point. Still, you took an animal. You decided that the best course of action was to make them pregnant. They decided that every furry should be pregnant. When I look at the fucking right, and it's just weird. It is just very, very, very weird. Let's read the tags. I'll bring you back. Belly, big belly, boobs, nipples, pregnant, short stack, wide hips, thick thighs, Palworld's daydream. It is. That's kind of it. I think it's just well weird to take a furry character and make them pregnant, full nudity pregnant, on DeviantArt. Again, any other platform, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't say anything. There would be nothing to say. It's on its appropriate platform. I just don't believe that full nudity pregnancy art and the other arts that we've seen today, besides the Vor one, are things that should be on a platform like DeviantArt. There's no reason for it. There are millions and millions of platforms in the world. There are millions of websites that you can upload onto. I don't know why they chose to upload their full nudity fetish or just straight pornographic art of Palworld onto DeviantArt. You know what I mean? It's just something. It's weird. Why? Why DeviantArt? Obviously the case is probably something like DeviantArt is awfully big. A lot of people will see my art, but that doesn't actually make much sense. Twitter is an awfully big platform. R34 is an awfully big platform. So why? Why DeviantArt? No hate to these artists as usual. I'm looking at the art they decided to publicly post online, and that's simply it. I don't think these guys are weird or disgusting. I just think it's questionable for the reason why they may have uploaded onto DeviantArt instead of other platforms. That's kind of it. And also, sexualizing animals is just a bit odd. It's just a bit odd. But that's all I have for you today, boys. If you enjoyed, you enjoyed. If you didn't, you didn't. Anya, say with me now. Anya, see you later on. Yeah, say ho.